Now, I wasn't expecting a fully fledged answer, but I was expecting something better than this. What is the point of answering the FOI requests, BBC? And I'm coming for you. I'm going to go through all these. I'm going to get all the numbers put together. Hi, it's me again. And if you've been following this channel, you know recently I've been submitting a load of freedom of information requests to police forces around the UK and to the BBC. And the police ones are an absolute cop-out. Although I do have a few interesting answers now, which I'm going to bring to you in a video later in the week probably. But one of the ones I asked the BBC was, how much money do you spend from BBC licence fee funds buying shows from BBC studios each year? Which I think's a fair request, right? You pay for the BBC with your licence fees. I've paid a licence fee in the past. I should be entitled to this information, right? It's a public body. They should answer the question. It's a simple thing to do, isn't it? It's not going to take them a lot of time to do. All they got to do is phone accounts and bring up BBC Studios on their accounting software, and then they can see how much they paid them in invoices over the year, over the last 5 years. It'd take them 5 minutes to do that, right? This was the answer that I got. We have interpreted your request as a request for revenue paid by the Public Service Broadcasting Group to BBC Studios for services, productions and programming for the past 5 years. The PSB Group is part of the BBC that receives licence fee income for the purpose of making content available for licence fee payers. The Studio Group is a private business, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, revenue paid by the PSB Group to the Studios Group is directly related to the BBC's output, and for that reason is outside the scope of the Act by virtue of Part 4, Schedule Part 1, which states that the BBC is a public authority for the purposes of the Act, only in respect to the information held by it for purposes other than those of journalism, art or literature. It is intended to cover the whole of the BBC's output, blah, 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 blah. Now, they've done these things before. There was an FOI request a while ago during the whole health crisis thing. They bought proximity tags, right? So each BBC employee working in the office wore a tag, and it beeped if you got more than 2 meters or less than 2 meters to the next BBC employee. It started beeping, and it could track you around the office and stuff like that. And we asked for how much the BBC spent on this. And they said, we can't tell you because that would undermine the company who we bought them from's ability to make profit. Well, not really, because I just went straight to that company and asked them, and they told me. So it makes no sense. The BBC are hiding here. They're hiding. What's the point of freedom of information requests if they won't answer the request? It's quite a simple request. The people spend the money. I want to know how much of that money they spent on buying shows from BBC Studios. And they didn't answer. So I've got another way around it, right? I've got another way around it, and I've asked another one. So today I filed this one. Please provide a list of all content and services provided to the BBC by the external private company BBC Studios. I'm aware that for some reason you're not able to provide the costs involved with this, but I can see no reason why you cannot provide a list of the content, shows and services provided to the BBC by BBC Studios. They should be able to do that, right? That's not going to hurt them, because if you happen to watch the BBC, which I don't, obviously, at the end it says BBC Studios, Productions or whatever. Right? So they should be able to give me a list of the shows that they've bought from BBC Studios, that were made by BBC Studios. And then I can add it up myself, because I happen to have a copy of the tariff, the internal tariff that BBC pays for external productions. I have a copy of this document. I got it because I was doing something about Country File one day, which is made by BBC Studios. And I found out how much the BBC are willing to pay to have Country File made. So I have this, and it goes through all the programmes. It's a documentary, light entertainment, comedy, children's, the lot. So if they give me a list of the shows that they buy from BBC Studios, I can work it out myself how much they spend a year. No problem. It'll take me a bit of time to do, but at least I'll have the answer to my question in a roundabout way, because the way the BBC works is filthy. I don't like it. You shouldn't be able to trade privately under the BBC name, right? So I went on to BBC Studios on Companies House, right? And I had a look at the appointments, which is the people that work for that. And I happened to click on one called, what was her name? Lorraine Yasmin Burgess, right? To see what other appointments she had. So she was a director, I believe it was, of BBC Studios. Have a look at this woman's appointments, right? She's got 24 appointments on Companies House. Have a look. BBC World Distribution Limited, BBC Global News Holdings Limited, BBC.com Limited, BBC Global News Limited, BBC Studios Distribution Limited, BBC Commercial Limited, BBC Earth MD, Be Brights Limited, BBC Earth Productions Africa Limited, BBC Studios Channels Investment Limited, BBC Studios Corporate Services Limited, BBC Studios Investments Limited, UK Programme Distribution Limited, BBC Studios Drama Productions, it goes on and on. What's that? Tonto Films and Television, BBC Studios, there's the big one, BBC Earth Productions. Still going? I'm still going. Small Clogs Limited, Small Clogs Limited. All those things listed there are private businesses, and you can look at their accounts. I can look at BBC Studios accounts publicly and see how much they made or lost. They made. Obviously they made. All of these companies made. They all make good money. And you notice UK TV was there. Not many people still know that UK TV is 100% owned by the BBC, and it shows ads on the programmes that you long since paid for with your TV licence fees and makes money from ads. I think it was 230 odd million they made last year. It's a lot of money, right? BBC Studios turned over, I think it was 1.1 billion last year. A lot of money, right? ITV only turns over 1.4 billion a year. They're making a lot of money from the BBC name, and it's not okay. It's not okay. The BBC is a publicly funded company. How can you trade commercially and make a commercial profit using the BBC name when if people out there pay for it and believe they own a part of it? How's that fair? It's not right, is it? So I'm coming at you, BBC. I'm going through all these numbers on here and how much money you make on your commercial companies using the BBC name, because it is not okay. It's not. You want to trade under the BBC name, it should all be under one umbrella. And any money that you make commercially should come off your requirement for the licence fees next year. So just, let's say they made $1 billion from all these private companies, which I think is fair, it's possible, right? It's probably under, if anything. Then that's $1 billion off the TV licence fee requirements for the next year. So instead of 3.2 billion, only 2.2 billion. Now you're only paying 100 quid a year for your licence fee, which is still excessive, but it's fair. If you want to make private money, it's got to be fair, right? How can you do it under the BBC name? It's not okay. And I'm coming for you. I'm going to go through all these. I'm going to get all the numbers put together, and I'm going to try and make this as public as possible, because it's not right. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, once I do all these videos and talk about it, you'll get to see it. Right now. Ta-da.